CG anime are cool, and they are going to change everything. While there are a fair few issues with the integration of 3D CG into 2D animation, which is quite apparent in Berserk 2016, Gatchaman crowds, Brave Witches, and most other anime that utilize CG as a time-saving measure, but there are a whole lot of benefits to the use of CG, like for background work, as you see in the new Pokemon anime. But that isn't what I'm here to talk about. No. Today we're talking about entirely CG anime. While there are still a lot of issues with CG anime, this is mostly due to them being largely experimental. When Hayao Miyazaki talked out against these robots that are able to generate their own animations for movements, I feel that he largely missed the point of them. Miyazaki is a man who wants anime to change and evolve for the better, but he also wants more human aspects to remain. When CG anime is completely able to change the animation workflow, it showcases a new set of potential ideas that can be utilized to evolve the medium. And this is all going to be done by the people within it. By the way, for the purpose of this video, I will count RWBY as an anime, even though it wasn't made in Japan and it doesn't fit the cinematic and design stylings entirely. It just works for a good example of how CG has changed over time. There's one core idea that needs to be debunked when it comes to CG anime, and that is that they look bad. While this is true for an overwhelmingly large amount of them, there is one series that excels beyond anything else, that showcases some of the best animation and design of the decade thus far, and that's Ajin, Demi-Human. While there are a whole bunch of quirks that need to be ironed out for it to look truly 10 out of 10 amazing, for dialogue-heavy scenes, I'd like to take a look at the first scene of Season 1 and why it works so well. While the episode is far from the best animated thing on Earth, it utilizes stellar direction to hide how awkward things look, rarely focusing closely on any single character or their face, and this makes the scene have real tension. When you don't see faces, there is less to connect to, making the viewer feel more paranoid than they would otherwise. And this, combined with some of the best art direction of the past 5 years, causes parts of the series to look absolutely amazing. Unlike Forest Fairy 5, which unconditionally looks bad. And this is purely because of the way that the staff attempt to utilize traditional animation tricks to make you feel like more is going on than it actually is. In the situation of Forest Fairy 5, it really is interesting to think about how animation is trying to trick you into thinking movement is occurring, and how with Forest Fairy 5 they try and trick the viewer into thinking that it's more animated than it actually is. But even more so than the character animation quality of Forest Fairy 5, the way that it's reliant upon visual filters make the staff think that they can get away with even less than what they should be striving for. So now we're about to reach the likely most experimental series out of all of these, and this is RWBY. Now there is an amazing video about RWBY by my friend David, which I will link in the description, but in essence, the animation of RWBY is very experimental. The way that it has evolved from Volume 1 to now showcase how far CG has been able to come in these past couple of years. There are impressive shading technologies now used by the RT staff in Volume 4, which showcases the amazing way that CG anime can grow, and hopefully lead to some bigger and better things for the industry as a whole. I don't think anime like Forest Fairy 5 or Berserk 2016 are indicative of what CG can do. I think that these are both times where CG has been used for all the wrong reasons, and hopefully animators and directors will be able to learn from all of this. So in conclusion, when we look at the aesthetic proficiency of RWBY and Ajin, it shows that CG can be every bit as impressive as 2D animation, whilst also allowing for a whole new expansion of the required skills of animators, which I hope will lead to a new golden age of anime. Tell me what you think CG is doing to anime in the comments. I do read all of them and I try to respond as much as possible. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. Subscribing makes me feel better, and when we hit 2,500 subs, I'll be doing a Yowie ASMR. Also, give me money so I can buy every DVD copy of the Hot Wheels Accelerators animated film series. Thanks.